Well, um, this film, I kind of find it. Why, hello there, YouTube, and welcome back to Freaky Future Month 2.0. I'm Random Ross, and it is the fifth episode of this series, and I thought, what better way to do it than review The Fifth Element? So this is a French film that is English speaking, so an English language French film. That's a science fiction action film that is written and directed by Luc Besson, starring Bruce Willis, Gary Oldman, Holm, Christ Tucker, and Mila Yovoich. Set in, the opening of the film takes place in 1914 during an archaeological dig on ancient Egypt, only for these aliens to come down and play and maintain the fifth element. We already know the first four elements: earth, air, fire, and water. And yeah, there's a fifth one. So then we do a 300-year time jump to the... Is it a 300-year time jump to the 23rd century, to be exact? So 200 years from now. So yeah, 300 years later. Where a great evil is... let's just see the premise of the movie. Where it is the far future. And I believe this is also... Is it based on any comic? No. And basically, the fifth element returns, and then we get this. It gets formed into a person called Lilo, played by Mila Yovoich. Then it's down to Corden, Dallas, Bruce Willis, to keep her safe, who's a former cab driver, and they embark on this crazy, wacky sci-fi adventure with Gary Oldman playing the villain in it, Jean Bastante Emerald Zorg. Let's just call him Zorg. And we see some sci-fi in there, and we see some crazy, witty bonkersness from Chris Tucker. And it's set in what I like to think is a freaky future. So what did I like about this film? Well, we also had a little brief part from Luke Perry as well in the opening act as well. This film, I kind of find it a bit hard to explain the plot, really. I mean, I watched it, but yeah, it was a bit wacky. I mean, Chris Tucker was definitely the comic relief and was wacky. His character was, what was his character called? Rudy Road. And I had no idea what was going on with him. We also get a small cameo from Lee Evans. Yes, that Lee Evans, the comedian, as a character called Fog. We even get an opera singing alien too. We get Ian Holm in there as well. And yeah, I mean, it's got good visual effects for its time, 1997 when this film came out. Also, Mila Jovovich shows a lot of skin in this as well. Obviously, it was her from the days before I knew her as Alice in Resident Evil. And she was an interesting character, but yeah, I just thought, this is a bonkers plot, and I found it hard to keep track a lot of the time, really. I mean, there were bits where I lost concentration, I couldn't keep head to tail of it. We had some interesting alien creatures as well. Gary Oldman is a chameleon actor, and he blends into his role and plays an insane villain. Yeah, it's just an insane 2 hours of sci-fi, colourful space bonkersness. And the only way I can explain this film. But I thought it's set in the future, and I thought I would make it part of this series of Freaky Future Month. So what am I going to rate this one? I mean, it has a solid cast. and a crazy premise from what I can gather, but yeah, do I recommend this? To be honest, I'm not familiar with the director's films. I mean, let's see what else has Luc Besson made, other films that I might have seen but not. The Professional, he's been in that. Well, not been in that, he's made that. Yeah. Other than The Professional, Leon the Professional and The Fifth Element, I'm not familiar with the guy's other works. So, yeah, I will probably give this one, I'll probably give it 2.5 out of 5, because I did find it had good visual effects, but yeah, this one just wasn't for me, I'm afraid. So yeah, there you go, there is my review for today for Freaky Future Month. Have you seen The Fifth Element? Let me know down below in the comments. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, share with your friends, and feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and to hit that notification bell. I've been Random Ross, and this has been a Freaky Future review. So until next time, don't have nightmares.